Have you ever thought about how something as small as the food on your plate could completely transform the way you feel every single day? Especially once you're past 60, it's not about chasing trends or fancy diets anymore. It's about finding simple, real ways to protect the most important parts of your health, and your heart sits right at the center of that. Our hearts have been working hard for us for decades. They've carried us through moments of joy, stress, adventure, and every quiet moment in between. And now, more than ever, they deserve a little extra love and care. You might be surprised to hear that one of the best ways to care for your heart doesn't come in a pill bottle or a doctor's prescription pad. It's right there in the produce aisle. Simple, delicious fruits can offer powerful protection, and today, I want to share 3 of the absolute best ones with you. These aren't exotic, hard-to-find fruits. They're simple, sweet, and ready to nourish you in ways you can truly feel. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 heart-healthy fruits that no senior should miss. These fruits are loaded with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants that naturally support your heart's health, helping you stay stronger, longer, and more vibrant every day. And the best part? You don't need to change your entire diet or force yourself into uncomfortable routines. Just adding these simple fruits a little bit at a time can create ripples of positive change. Let's start with one that's so common, yet often overlooked: blueberries. Now, you might think of blueberries as just a topping for pancakes or muffins, but they are so much more than that. Blueberries are loaded with powerful compounds called anthocyanins. They're the natural pigments that give blueberries their deep, beautiful color. And they've been shown to support healthy blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even protect the arteries from damage. Imagine that, a handful of sweet, juicy berries helping to keep the blood vessels in your body flexible and strong. All without a complicated routine, just a few bites at a time. And the thing about blueberries is that they're incredibly easy to add into your day. Toss some onto your oatmeal. Blend a few into a smoothie. Snack on them straight from the bowl while you read or watch your favorite show. One friend of mine, Margaret, who just turned 70, started a simple habit. Every morning, she adds a half cup of blueberries to her breakfast. She says it's like starting her day with a little gift to herself, sweet, easy, and full of health benefits she can feel. And honestly, that's what it's all about. Taking small steps that don't feel like chores but feel like kindness you offer your future self. Another heart-healthy fruit you don't want to miss is apples. Yes, good old-fashioned apples. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and there's some real truth to that when it comes to heart health. Apples are packed with a type of fiber called pectin, which helps lower bad cholesterol levels naturally. Why does that matter? Because high cholesterol can lead to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, making it harder for your heart to do its job. But eating apples, especially with the skin on, gives your body the tools it needs to clean itself up from the inside out. Think about how easy that is. Grabbing an apple on your way out the door. Slicing one up for an afternoon snack. Adding thin apple slices to a salad for a sweet little crunch. No struggle. No strict diets. Just one simple fruit making a big difference, day after day. I remember chatting with Harold, who's 67. He told me he used to think taking care of his heart would mean endless pills and boring meals. But when he started just eating one apple every afternoon instead of a cookie, not only did he feel fuller longer, His last checkup showed his cholesterol numbers had improved, too. Small changes, big rewards. And speaking of rewards, there's another fruit that feels almost too delicious to be healthy: pomegranates. Pomegranates are a little like a secret superpower for your heart. Inside those bright red seeds are antioxidants that are so potent they've been linked to reducing plaque buildup in the arteries and lowering blood pressure. And the best part? They taste like little bursts of sweet, tart joy. Sprinkle some pomegranate seeds over your yogurt or salad. Mix them into oatmeal. Or just eat them by the spoonful. It's fun and satisfying, and you'll be giving your heart a powerful gift at the same time. A woman I met recently, Susan, who's 72, shared that adding pomegranate seeds to her meals made her feel like she was indulging, but instead of guilt, she felt pride. Pride in caring for herself in a way that was joyful, not punishing. And that's the key. Taking care of your heart after 60 doesn't have to be about strict rules, bland diets, or giving up the pleasures of life. It can be about adding more sweetness, more color, more life to your days. So if you've ever wondered how you could gently, deliciously, and powerfully protect your heart without making life complicated, these fruits are a beautiful place to start. And now that we've uncovered the first few heart-loving treasures, let's keep the momentum going as we dive into even more simple ways to bring heart health into every part of your life. Now that we've talked about the amazing power of blueberries, apples, and pomegranates, I want to share something even deeper with you. Because it's not just about knowing what fruits to eat, it's about building a lifestyle that naturally supports your heart, your energy, and your joy. One thing I've noticed, especially after working with so many wonderful people over 60, is that the smallest, simplest choices often create the biggest waves of change. And when you start to feel those changes, a little more energy in your step, a little lighter in your chest, a little easier breathing, it doesn't just change your body. It changes how you move through the world. When you nourish your heart, you're nourishing your entire life. And fruits are such a beautiful way to do that because they feel like gifts rather than chores. You're not forcing yourself to eat something bland and boring. You're treating yourself to flavors that brighten your meals and nourish your spirit at the same time. Now, you might be wondering, how do I actually fit these into my day without it feeling like another thing I have to manage? That's a great question, and the answer is, keep it simple. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet to get these heart-healthy benefits. You just have to weave little moments of goodness into your day. Maybe it looks like adding a small handful of blueberries to your morning cereal. Maybe it's slicing up an apple and keeping it next to your reading chair in the afternoon. Maybe it's sprinkling pomegranate seeds over your dinner salad instead of croutons. No pressure. No perfection needed. Just small, loving choices, one at a time. And if you want to make it even easier, here's a little trick: pair fruits with habits you already have. For example, if you always sit down for a cup of tea mid-morning, make it a habit to grab an apple along with your tea. If you always watch a show in the evening, have a small bowl of blueberries instead of a salty snack. You're not fighting against your routines, you're sliding healthy choices right into the flow of your day. Almost without thinking, you'll start nourishing your heart every single day. And while we're on the topic of fruits, I want to mention something important about variety. The reason I shared 3 different fruits, blueberries, apples, and pomegranates, is because your heart, like the rest of your body, loves diversity. Different fruits offer different kinds of fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins. By mixing it up, you give your heart a full toolbox of nutrients to work with. Think of it like this. Blueberries are fantastic for blood vessels. Apples help manage cholesterol. Pomegranates support blood pressure and artery health. Each one covers a different corner of your heart's needs, and together they create a strong, vibrant foundation that helps you live with more ease, more energy, and more years doing the things you love. One man I spoke with, Robert, he's 74, told me that once he started adding more fruits to his diet, not only did his heart numbers improve, but he also started feeling more optimistic. He said, "It's like I gave my body the signal that I still believe in it." Isn't that beautiful? Because it's true. Every healthy choice you make, no matter how small, is a vote for yourself. It's a way of saying, I'm not done growing. I'm not done thriving. I'm still choosing life. And that's powerful. Especially when you realize that you don't need massive changes or hard sacrifices to feel better. You just need tiny, loving steps, like a few fruits in your day, that build up over time. You might not feel a huge difference after one apple, but after a month of adding a little heart-friendly fruit into your meals, you might notice you're sleeping better. Your digestion feels smoother. You wake up a little easier. Your doctor might even raise an eyebrow at your next checkup, in a good way. And it all starts with something as simple, as joyful, as delicious as fruit. So next time you walk into your kitchen or stroll through the market, think of it this way. You're not just picking up food. You're picking up tools to build the life you want, a life where your heart feels strong, your body feels energized, and your days feel full of lightness and possibility. Because after 60, you deserve nothing less than that. You've spent your life giving love and energy to others. Now it's time to give some of that love and energy back to yourself, starting with small, beautiful choices that ripple into something much bigger than you might imagine. And as we move forward together, I'll show you a few simple tips to make these fruits even more powerful in your daily life, easy ideas that anyone can do, starting today. Now that you know just how powerful these simple fruits can be, I want to leave you with something even more important than blueberries, apples, or pomegranates. I want to leave you with a belief that taking care of yourself can feel joyful, easy, and full of life. You don't need a complicated diet. You don't need fancy supplements or overwhelming routines. You don't even need to overhaul your entire kitchen overnight. You simply need to remember this. Small, loving choices build strong, loving lives. Every time you reach for a handful of blueberries instead of a packaged snack. Every time you slice up an apple instead of something processed. Every time you sprinkle pomegranate seeds over your meal instead of reaching for salt. You're not just eating. You're making a statement. I care about myself. I believe in my health. I choose to keep living fully. And after 60, that choice becomes even more powerful because you're doing it not to impress anyone, not to chase anyone's approval, but purely for yourself. For your energy. For your freedom. For the days ahead that you still want to fill with walks, laughter, conversations, and memories. So if you're wondering, where do I start? Start with one thing. Maybe tomorrow, you add a small handful of blueberries to your breakfast. Maybe the next day, you slice an apple into your afternoon routine. Maybe once a week, you treat yourself to a fresh, beautiful pomegranate and enjoy every juicy bite. No pressure. No judgment. Just small, beautiful steps toward a heart that beats strong, steady, and proud. And trust me, you will feel it. Not necessarily in a loud, dramatic way, but in the quiet moments, when you find yourself breathing a little easier, walking a little lighter, smiling a little more freely. Because your heart will know. And it will thank you. I truly believe that after 60, life isn't about shrinking away or slowing down. It's about stepping into your strength in a whole new way. It's about saying, I'm still here. I still matter. I'm still choosing health, hope, and joy. And it can start with something as simple as fruit. Because real health isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. Waking up feeling energized. Moving through your day feeling clear and connected. Resting at night with a heart that feels light and strong. And you, my friend, absolutely deserve that. So as we wrap up today, I want to invite you to do two simple things. First, pick one fruit from today's video, just one, and find a way to add it into your day. Start there. Small, easy, joyful. Second, share with us down in the comments. Speech balloon, what's your favorite heart-healthy fruit? Or maybe, what's one small change you're excited to make for your health? Your story could inspire someone else who needs that little nudge to believe in their own next step. If you found this video helpful, or if it gave you even one idea to bring more energy and heart health into your life, please give it a like. It truly helps us spread this positive, empowering message to more people just like you. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We have so many more videos coming your way, simple tips, heartwarming encouragement, and real tools to help you live your best, brightest years yet. Because here's the truth. You're not done growing. You're not done thriving. You're just getting started in the most beautiful way possible. Here's to your heart. Here's to your health. Here's to your amazing journey ahead. Glowing Star, stay strong, stay vibrant, and most of all, stay joyful. Glowing Star.